What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Bogala320, and I'm here reporting on recent Uncle Phil Spencer crazy news. He's spouting off kind of at the mouth again, this time talking about how single-player narrative-driven games are essentially going to go the way of the dinosaur. And in this interview, he actually starts off talking about how gaming and some kind of a Netflix type hybrid introduction or whatever would be the way of the future and whatever, right? So we don't care. Anyway, so as he gets starts droning on and on about that, he gets into games and microtransaction games and how they're the majority basically, and narrative-driven games are the exception. And while this is true in Xbox land, where they don't really care about anything besides guns and explosions, it's not true on any of the other two platforms. Right here, as you can see, guys, he singles out Zelda and Horizon Zero Dawn. Says that they'll come out and they'll do really well, but they don't have the same impact that they used to have. You want to tell that to both those companies who are printing money off those said games right now? Want to talk to Bethesda or CD Projekt Red or basically any of the other exclusive games from Nintendo or not Xbox, excuse me. What am I thinking about Xbox exclusives and sales? Of course, Nintendo and PlayStation. You got Bloodborne. You got any of the other games I'm thinking on top of my head. Infamous. MLB selling better than ever. I mean, you gotta be crazy, man. Zelda, like, what is wrong with him, man? We know these games won't sell in your system. And they don't, and that's why you're talking about this. But don't act like this applies to the other two console competitors. I don't even know what to say. Coming from, they don't make money. Like Sunset Overdrive, Quantum Break, those games bomb. Rise Recall, those games bomb. But it's just another case of him just kind of like, I don't know, man. I kind of feel like he's becoming a Sean Spicer. He's becoming a Sean Spicer for Xbox. He's just talking out of his ass. So it's contradicting himself. Like I said, I get what he's saying. I get where he's going with this. And some of the ideas he talks about in this interview are pretty, I don't know, rational to some degree, except from that, like Netflix and games having a Netflix model, they can introduce exclusive content that way. That makes sense. It's practical. You're just basically ripping off Netflix. But this other stuff with the first party games, get a clue, man. Get a clue. Just because that shit happens on your system and your business doesn't mean that applies to the other two. Look at Sony. They're making bank. They're selling better than ever. And it looks like they have a probably trying to think, man. I don't even think of the games that have been announced. So they have a lot more games that are going to be released, which are basically just single player narrative driven games. Including but not least The Last of Us 2. So I don't know what to do, Phil. We don't know what to do with you. You're really you're getting to the point you're just becoming like a Greenberg. Like there's these passive aggressive little statements in these interviews where he's trying to act professional, but I don't know if he can't help himself, but it just comes out and you can tell like it's this bitterness from I guess getting his ass kicked in the console space. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Let me know if you think he's being rational, I'm being crazy, and if you don't give a shit about our narrative-driven games anymore. But like I said before, I cited great examples of selling single-player narrative-driven games that were really, really well received and sold great. And I guess I could make a list. It might be my next video. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Have a good one. Be safe. Play your narrative-driven games. They're not extinct.